Afternoon, everybody. Did you think I wasn't coming? Oh, no, I'm all good. I'm all here. Just wanted to make sure that I was plugged in so I'd got enough power so I can last for the time. So here we go. Tile number 92, and I've got the right month this time. It's been a busy week. It really has. But a good one. So, yeah, a bit crazy. Now, of course, because it's 92 and we want to hit tile 100 on the 31st, next week, I'm going to have to do 3 tiles next week. So I've got some dates for you for the end of this. And then, of course, a few more sort of at the other side of Christmas. Oh, my goodness, the other side of Christmas. So we can keep up and make sure we've got everything. So I shall give you those dates at the end. But for now, I thought we'd make a start. You know, I've got a different shape. All right, I thought we'd try something a bit different. I've got a very pale, the light grey, the sort of a silver grey. And yeah, I've got my hexagon tile going on here. All I've done, I've used a regular tile, as you can see there, look. So I can still get my name and things on. And I've just cut it with my die. So here we go. Are you ready for this? Okay, what have I got? I've got my pencil, my tortillon, my pen. And I've got my pastel pencils with me. So I'm definitely going to need the white. So I've got a cleaner tortillon as well to use with that. Hi everybody. Thank you for sort of hanging on for 3 minutes for me. That was great. I might even add a touch of colour to this one with the pastels, but we'll see how we go. Are we ready then? Pencil first, deep breath. Whew. Okay, got a good one today. I'm really looking forward to doing this one. See, with this, it doesn't really matter where you start. So if you're on a square one, again, it doesn't matter where you start. Oh, nice to know that it's a beautiful day in Ontario. Brilliant. Thank you for joining. Okay, very lightly, I'm going to create a bit of a swirl. So there we go. It's quite a sort of let's say a wide one, because I'm just using it as a guide. So that's what we'd call my string. All right. So from there, I'm going to put that away and I'm going to come straight in now with my pen. Okay. Hi, Deb. All right, so let's go a little bit larger because I'm going to start at this bottom edge here. All right, are we ready? So nice and gentle with this. I'm going to come in and I'm going to just draw in a couple of lines. Okay. Oh, soggy Cheshire. Oh dear. It's dark grey here as well. It's been raining, but oh no snow. We don't want snow. Oh, okay. So then I'm just going to draw a line across the two. So I'm just going to make sure that those 2 lines touch. I can go a little bit bigger. There we go. All right. And then I'm going to extend the line. I'm going to come back on itself. You see, I've gone quite a way. I'm just going to fill that in. So I've got this quite elongated triangular shape. And the same on the other side. There we are. Okay. So then I'm going to bring this line up again. I'm going to take it a little bit further out. You might also want to stop and watch this before you do anything. Okay. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of a curve on the top there and join them. There we go. Okay. So then I'm going to create another line. You see, I'm going either side of that string that we just drew. There we are. And then across here. And then down. Again, a bit longer. There we go. Same on that side. Okay. Now it might be something that you want to do and draw it here first. But it's entirely up to you which way you want to do it. And then you see I'm just going to bring it down, not all the way down to the bottom, but just so I'm almost auraing that line there. There we go. Okay. And then here we go, another one. So you might have recognised this pattern, this tangle. We have done this before, but not sort of as elongated as sort of it is now. It's sort of a slightly different shape. It's quite nice one to do. So again, I'm just going to see, add that curve in there. But it depends, if you don't want to put that curve in first, you want to put these lines in. Sort of go ahead. As we join them there. Okay. So I'm going to do another. Again, I'm just sort of following this string around. So this lovely little swirl that we drew. Oh, hi Ree. Oh, that's fine. You can come back and have a look later. See how we've got on. Well, it goes the same with any, if anybody wants to go from the beginning, my goodness me, the beginning. Anybody wants to go from the beginning, have a click on the videos button and you'll see tile 1 there. My goodness me, tile 1. So here you go. Let's have a look at where we're at so you could just get the idea. You see, I'm just following that string around. Okay, just taking my time. Oh, it is, Bob. I like this one. It's a little bit different, but then again, every single tile we've done is different. And you know, I know not everybody's liked everyone, but I've tried to mix and match, so there's something in there for everyone. So if there is ever one that you think, do you know what, I'm not sure of this one, then that's fine, but just give it a go anyway, and you might be surprised that you get something from it. Oh, Francis, Christmas Day, really? Do you know, I haven't even sort of thought of it yet. It's, luckily, in one of those businesses that have been really busy, so we're still really busy. After the shows at the beginning of the week, thank you everybody for that. Thank you for your support. Oh, yes, Bob, they are on there, yes. I do mean to get the others on, but it's just having the time because it's a little bit of a faff taking it from here to there, but I will. I'll try and get some of that done. Okay. I'm just going to start getting it a little bit smaller. Hello from North Carolina. Hope you're well. It's lovely to speak to you again. It's great. Here we go. Oh, are you, Tina? Yes. I think I say we'll have a couple of days. We'll have a couple of days. I want to recuperate and get some design work done. So yeah, there's a few things still I want to do. There we go. You see, I'm getting a little bit smaller now. As I'm going around that curve, I'm not wanting to get too large. Oh, I've got a little friend with me today. Hey, Benji. Hello, boy. I brought the boys into work. So, yeah, they're padding around. Well, Seth's away somewhere sleeping, as normal. And Benji's having a wander around, just supervising everybody, making sure we're all on track and doing what we're supposed to be. I think fussing him is the top of his priority list. There we go. Okay, so again, working around. So I'm following that shape. See, I'm just curving that line as I go. And then it's a little bit smaller, this one. So they don't all have to be the same size. It's just about following that shape. There we go. All right.
Great.
And here we go. Next one. All right. And almost at the end of this swirl. Oh, see you, Lindsay. There we are. So you've just got to sort of change the shape slightly just to fit the curve. And keep working it round. Okay, still with that line. You see, we've got that familiar little bit of colouring there, just to add that touch of drama. And there you go, work it away again. And down there. Okay, this is probably going to be our last one. So I'm at the end of that string now. And of course, if yours is slightly different, you might have a couple more to do. You might have finished it a little while ago. There we go. So just to sort of end it, I'm going to do... Oh, Nadia, it's very kind of you. Thank you. But you know, we go to such a lot of effort to get things right for you. So I really appreciate it. There we are, look, got this lovely little soil. Of course, you might have done it the other way around. But that's fine. Look at that. It looks great, doesn't it? Okay. So I'm going to come in now and I'm going to create an aura. Or I'm going to draw a line around this shape. Now, when I say around, I'm just going to go on the outer edge. So I'm joining it there, look. And then I'm going to bring it out here. So I'm just going to follow that shape. I'm going to keep with those points and just build that shape round. Okay? So you might decide that you want to stop there and then come in and do it that way. Whatever works for you, it's fine. So I'm going to do this, turn it round slightly, then I'm going to take it out. So two different ways of doing it. Whatever works for you. Okay? So just turn my tile as I'm going. Just keep making it round. There we go. Alright. And around. And up there. Oh, Christine, packing up out of the Christmas period. My goodness, you must be busy. Again. And there. So I'm just keeping it going all the way round. Yeah. Oh, Eileen. I've actually got the phone number of the Hermes guy in my phone, you know, when he, just in case he's ever going to be late or anything. But he's known as the Hermes guy. I don't really know his name. We just call him the Hermes guy. Okay, so there we go. It's got that little aura just around that outside. So here we go. We're going to go into the next bit now. So where are we going to start? I'm going to start where I've got some space, I think. Maybe I'm going to start over here. So I'm just going to turn the tile around. Let's have a look. Oh, good morning, Denise. Must admit, it does feel weird saying good morning. Yeah, it is a nice pattern, Julie. You could actually use it to create sort of round shapes as well, or even just a border, just a line. So it's nice to curve it, but you've got lots of ways of doing it. Okay, I'm not going to go in this first one. I'm going to come here. I'm going to be big and bold. Here we go. So I'm going to come out and create a curve. Okay. Yeah, a little bit dragony, isn't it? So then I'm going to come back in. See, it's quite wide, isn't it? Back into that point. So it's sort of this little kind of a moon shape. Okay. So then I'm going to add a little, well, it's a little, not quite so little ball in the end there. Okay. All right. And then from the ball, I'm just going to bring it back in. You see? So I've got that kind of shape. So then let's fill this in. I'm going to just follow that curve, bring that in there. Okay. And then I'm going to fill that one in with black. There we go. Okay, fill that one in. Now, if you've got a different set of stripes, that's fine. You can go fatter or thinner, whatever you want to do. But that's how many I've managed to get in mind, so that's how many we're doing. Huh? But you do whatever works for your piece, okay? All right. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go a little bit larger for you. I'm just going to add a couple of little lines there, you see? And then this side. There we are. All right. Just on those two sides there. So while I've got it at this side, let's do another one. And I'm going to come this side this time. So I'm going to come up, creating that curve, and then see that's a little bit slightly thicker when it's coming back to the point. Alright. And then again, let's add that ball in there. So you're not quite seeing all of it because it's going underneath there. And then on the base, bring it back in and round. Oh, Vera, you have been busy. I bet it looks lovely though, doesn't it? I bet it does. We have actually got our tree up. So we did do that. I have still got some baubles on the side to add to it though. Because you know, sometimes when you do it, you think, I've got enough on. And then you put your baubles away or whatever and you think, oh, I should have added another one. So I've got a few on the side just in case. There we go. Alright, hi Sue. Okay, let's have a look at that then. Alright. So I'm going to come down. I'm not going to go in the next one, or maybe I'm going to come in this next one here. I might come to that one later. I'm just pacing myself. So here we go. I'm going to fill the space I've got. So this one is a little bit smaller. Okay, and then around there. And then again, back into that. Next bit, again, let's follow these little stripy shapes. And then in we go. To that one, and that one. And then again, if I go a little bit larger, I might only get one line in, see? But that's okay, one line's enough. Julie, yeah. I know what you mean, but I always think it's me that's got to put it away afterwards. I mean, I'm not saying our tree is sparse or anything. I'm just saying that, you know, they're there in case I feel the need. Or Benji breaks one. One did come off the tree last night. And he was a little bit shocked because it followed him. Oh dear. I do have a lovely photograph of him actually. I must post it on Facebook. See him looking at me from the top of the stairs. It was so cute. Having said that, Seth's been for his checkup today at the vet, and they've done some blood tests and things because he is getting on a bit now, and we want to make sure that he's okay. So we'll have results of that on Monday. So if he needs any medication, we can get that sorted for him because he's getting a bit tired. Okay, so let's bring it down a little bit here. I'm going to miss one again, and then I'm going to come back into this one, so I can only get a little one in there. Well, that's fine. You see, it's going to go slightly behind there. Okay. Yeah, you know, Kathy, I do that with, you know, I've got like a big vase and I put lots of sort of Christmassy flowers and foliage in, and I do wrap that in cling film and stick it in a bag. I know. It looks great when it comes out because, you know, you bush it around a bit. It looks fine. Oh, there we go. See, I've gone too far around with my curl there, but that's fine. I was doing my curl and my bubble in the same one. Oh, Sheila, good luck with that. I must admit, when we had Leah, and Seth particularly, they don't mind having their teeth cleaned because they like the doggy toothpaste. But trying to get a toothbrush in Benji's mouth, it's like opening the mouth of a lion. I don't think I'd get all my fingers back, and I think I need them, so yeah. I mean, they have the, you know, the sort of denture chews and things, so keep an eye on him. I keep trying him occasionally. I mean, it's actually 12 months today that we fetched Benji. We picked him up from down in Birmingham. Yeah, that was an interesting ride home. Oh, there we go again. Look, I'm getting carried away with those curls. But that's fine. Look, I can still fit my little ball in there. Put in those stripes. You see, I'm always filling that first one in. And then close to the ball. Oh, Sheila, gosh, that's a lot of money, isn't it? And I suppose things like that aren't covered, are they, on their insurance? So it's tricky, isn't it? See, I'm going to do that one at the same time. There you are, look. Ball in there, and in there. Let's bring that round and round. And then let's get those stripes in. And there we go. Oh, I know, Catherine, it's funny, isn't it? It was a really big do we, don't we, because we didn't want to bring another dog in with Seth in case he wasn't happy about it, but at the same time he was desperately lonely after us losing Leah. Oh yeah, see, Benji will eat them, but Seth won't. Seth is the most fussiest dog I've ever met for food. He really is. He won't take food unless, you know, I don't know what it is about him. He's always been the same. We think you're trying to poison him. That's what it is. Perhaps he was in a past life, you know. And so he's brought that with him. He's like, nope, not eating that. If I can't identify it, I'm not eating it. There we go. And again, let's do that little curl. And then bring it back and put those stripes in. And there we go. Add it in that one. And that one. Let's have a look at where we're at. Okay, a little bit different, isn't it? All right, so I'm going to come back to this first one that we did here. Let's have a look at that. Let's go a bit larger. So I'm going to add in a little bit of a curve again, but this time I'm going to do a curve going that way. So I've got it's almost like a leaf shape, I would say. So let's add a couple of those in. Let's do another one here. See, it's going to go underneath there, but that's fine. And that one will go underneath there. Okay. And then I'm not going to add two in here. I'm just going to put the one in. Curve that way, curve that way. Okay. And then let's bring it back down. See here, I'm not going to put one there because there's not really that much space. So let's have one in there. And then moving on to this one, I can probably get two in if I do them not too big. There we are. And then this one, again, I might just put the one in. Oh, actually, let's do one that looks like it's going behind. There we go. Okay. So let's start with this one. Alright, doesn't matter which side we work here now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to just add a little bit of a loop in the top there. And then another. You see how it's sort of getting a bit narrower one side than the other? You see? Let's just put a little line in that one. And then here, the top one, I'm just going to add in some lines. Okay? And then here, this I'm gonna do it the same way. So you're gonna get that kind of shape, and then another one, and another. There we are. So let's put that in there. And here, I'm just gonna add in the stripes. Okay. All right. So there we go. Adding in that loop, and then another. Now you might find if yours is really small, you might only want to add a couple of loops in, but it just depends on your style and how you've done it. So I'm going to do this one this way. Alright, another loop. So I'm not going to get another one in there, so I'll just put that line in, and then add in lines around the edge. Oh, Maureen, I know, did you smell it? The tea's come in. Yes, Leslie's on the case. She's got John in the warehouse working as well today. Yeah, it's a busy one over here. Alright, so here back to this leaf. Now, it depends which way you want to go. It doesn't matter. You can mix and match. I'm going to go this way. Alright, so there's that loop shape. Cake. Oh, no, Kathy. No cake. No. I'm sure we want the odd biscuit lying around at some point, but no, I can't tangle and eat cake at the same time. And of course, once I'm finished here, then I've got a few extra books to make. I've got just a few more books to finish signing. And then we're all hands on deck this weekend for packing. So I'm really going to push and get as much out as I can, because I think it's the last day for posting on Monday. So honestly, we are going to work all weekends to get out as many as we can. Okay, let's have a look at that. Oh, well, Catherine, yeah. There we are, look at this. Okay, so we've got this lovely little spiral and these sort of unusual patterns sort of kicking round. It's a really nice one, isn't it? But it still needs a little bit more of a flourish here and there, doesn't it? So let's have a look at that. Now, I'm just going to come back to this. Remember this first initial line that we put in, this one here? I'm just going to add one of those little dotted lines, a bit like a faux stitch, like a little running stitch. There we go. Now, if you find that yours is a little bit fine for this, doesn't matter. You can leave it out if you want to, or you could even add some bubbles in if you wanted to. It's nice to have that sort of consistency with it all being sort of straight lines around this bit. There you go. That's just going to add to the feeling that it's going around. There we go. Just as best you can. You know, you don't have to add up and put the same amount in. It's whatever you can get in there. There we go. Into this one. And again. To this one. And into this one. And of course, just to finish it off on that top edge. Just in there. Okay. They're coming, Julie. The zingers are coming. Okay, what I wanted to do is I want to just sort of, I'm going to add a zinger in. So if those of you don't know what one is, I'll add a dot. Let's go a bit larger so you can see it. And then I'm going to aura around, but not all the way. See, I've left that gap. And then next one, and the next one. You see, each time it's getting a little bit smaller. Okay? That's how you would do one regularly, but what I'd like to do today is just give it a little bit more of a base. So I'm going to start at the bobble there, and I'm just going to add a little wave along that original line. Okay? And let's do another. So we're going to come up and under there, a little dot, and again. This time I'm not going to add that wave, I'm not going to do it on all of them. But let's bring another up here and just add a little bobble on the end. See? And then here. So then I'm going to have that going underneath, so you're not going to quite finish that one. Let's have a look at that. Okay. So then, okay, let's add another one. This time I'm going to add one going up and over. So it's actually going over the top of that one. And that first one, I'm going to again add that line, that little sort of wave up and down. Let's have another one in here. So they don't have to be the same size. You can have as many, well, say as many as you like. Some of you will have covered your tile by now. And you know who you are. There you go. Have a little one over the bobble on the end. Okay? So let's bring, yeah. Can have a little one here, look, just sticking out there. And then let's have one here. It's going to go underneath. Alright, See how we sort of bobble and bend? So let's add that little line on there. There we go. And then into there. Let's have a look. So we're coming back to this bit now. So let's have one here. Okay. Now we know there's a few ways of doing these now. So, you know, if you wanted to do other ones, you could do that. But there's nothing like a classic, is there? All right, see a little one there. I'm just going to wave that a little bit. Okay. And another one there. Sort of zinger heaven today, aren't we? Okay. Let's have another one here. You see that you don't really know which way they're going until they sort of, you've started to sort of do this aura and they sort of move. So, okay, let's have one coming out here. There we go. Moving around, a little one there. I'm not going to get another one in, I don't think there. Maybe one there. Alright, let's have a look at where we're at with that then. Oh no, Denise, it's just, yeah, the zingies, they're great, aren't they? The little line just adds a little bit extra to it. It's just something a little bit there, isn't it? Alright, so we're almost done with the drawing here. So let's have a look. Now we're on, if we sort of go back to, we've got this space on the inside. Now I don't want to do anything too much there, so I'm not going to do any auras or add any zingers or anything in there. But I'm just going to come in, just as we normally do, and add in just a couple of bubbles. You see, and if they're really close, I'm just going to fill any spaces. See how they start really close, and then they sort of break off, and it's almost like they're, you know, disappearing. It's like bubbles, isn't it, that you blow and they sort of disappear off. But those that are close to the edge, I'm just going to, as I say, fill with ink. So let's just take this one here as well. There you go, look. Just look, fill those gaps in. So they're not all going to be the same. Just going to have a few extras in there. Okay. And then again, into there. It's all gone very quiet over and there. I think perhaps my husband's picked up some biscuits, so Benji's all attentive when biscuits come out the packet. So no padding of feet anymore. I think it's just yeah. All right, so you're really close, and then they sort of break away. Okay, don't try and get them all the same size or distance apart. It's just about seeing where they go. Let them do their own thing. Okay, I'm just working my way around to there and to this one. It's quite nice actually working on say a coloured tile. I know it's a silver grey one, but I've done a lot of cream ones, and I did explain that, so you know I can make sure that when I do draw you can see quite clearly what I'm doing, because I know some of my coloured tiles you can't always see that on, so it's nice to come back to them. Okay, so there we go, we've got this lovely sort of little focused tile working its way around. So pen away, and we're going to come in now. I'm going to actually start with pencil. I think I'll bring some pastel colours in a short while, but I'm going to start with the pencil. Okay, so here we go. Regular pen, my regular pencil, and I'm going to start by adding some pencil to the outer edge of that aura that we drew. Okay. That's my Hermes guy. Alright, you see, working my way around. I hope there's Leslie trying to get my dogs out the way. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's all go here today, I tell you. Okay, there we go. There we go, there's Benji moaning. Okay, and there we go. Hello, Benji. Is it the Hermes guy? Oh, we've got Seth as well. Hello, you two. Hello. There we go. Well, it is a hive of activity here. I know. Oh, they're wandering around happily now. Okay, I'm going to come in now just with my tortie on, and I'm going to, just in swirly motions, I'm just going to add in that little bit of shade in there. You see, I'm just softening the edge. Oh, Lorraine, I hope so. I haven't packed any because I've been making the books. So Leslie's been packing for me. So I don't know whose she's packed. But I know there was a few that went yesterday. So double the amount today, and so we're going to work over the weekend to get them out on the 21st. Yes, I am going to give some dates out of getting these extra tiles in, because I know we wanted to get to 100 for New Year's Eve, and it's doable. We can do it. We can even have Christmas Eve and Christmas Day off and Boxing Day. Oh, so there you go. Okay. So as you know, with these tiles, you just work just a little bit harder with that tortie on, just to get that sort of soft edge going. Oh, I know, Nadia. He does talk to me, he does. But Leslie's shut the door on them so they can't get out. Obviously, we don't want them out and about. Okay, so let's bring in a little bit of colour here. Oh, what have we got today? I think I'm going to come in with a little bit of purple, might use a bit of magenta. Let's have a look. So I'm going to start where I began, really, with these little shapes. And I'm just going to add a little bit of colour at that bottom edge. Okay, see, I've come in with that purple. Now, I'm not being shy with it. I am, putting some on. It's not too bad, but I'm not going all the way up. See? Now be careful when you put this on that you don't sort of touch it with your hand as you're doing the rest, because it will smudge. And although we want it to smudge in one sense, we want it to be controlled so we know what we're doing with it. Okay. Oh, Nadia, I will. Do you know what? I do sit and relax, and I'm relaxing when I'm drawing, so I might get my sketch pad out and do a little bit. There we go. So in with the tortie on, and all I'm going to do, just as I would with the pencil, see, I'm just going to pull it up a little bit. Now I'm not going to touch the middle, the reason being I'm going to come in there with my white pastel, and I'm going to add a white highlight in. Okay, so whether you want to do it as you're going or whether you want to do it afterwards, you see, I'm just going to soften that edge of that pastel all the way around. Okay, now if you didn't want to use pastels and colours, it's fine. You would do exactly the same as I'm doing now with your regular pencil that you've been using, and just add a touch of, softening the edges up as normal. And of course still leave that little highlight, because we don't want to cover the whole thing. Just working my way around. There we are. bits. Okay. Okay. And almost at that bottom edge now. There we go. So now I'm going to come in with that white pastel. I'm just going to fill in that highlight. Now it depends, of course, on what colour tile you're using. If you're using a white tile or a cream tile, then you might not find that the highlight is as bright, but I would still put it in because, you know, it's still nice to have it there. Let's have a look at that. Okay, all right, so it just gives it a little bit of colour. I'm just going to blow it. There we go, a little bit of colour, and of course you've got that white highlight coming in there. Okay, so let's bring in now, I'm going to bring in my sort of a magenta-y colour. Oh no, Catherine, they're very sort of forgiving almost, aren't they? If I must say so. And one of those things that you can put on and then you don't have to think I've got to colour it in because the tortillon does all the work for you. Okay, so you see I've done it top and bottom. And don't be tempted at this moment to blow any of those little bits away yet. They are, Chris, they're really nice pastels actually. And you can really feel they're nice and creamy, but you can tell that the pastels, the colours are quite vivid too, so it's nice. Okay, see, adding those in there. See, I'm just working little bits on the ends. Okay, just turning it as I go and filling in just either side. Go. Might have been a little bit more beneficial, I suppose, had I sharpened it before I began, but that's okay. All right, let's have a look at that. Okay, so there's my pastel in there. Now it might be beneficial again if you've used different colour pastels that you have a little bit of sandpaper or a nail file and you just sort of file off the end of your tortillon because you don't really want your colours muddying up. Unless you do want your colours, you know, mixing, that's fine. But just be aware that, you know, you've got to do that. Okay. So again, I'm just going to move it towards the centre either way and leave that gap in the middle where there isn't any colour because I'm wanting to add the highlight in there a little bit. There we go. And then same with this one. There we go. Now if anybody ordered anything from my shop, it's all just gotten to the post office, so that should be with you in the next day or two. Right, sounds like John has just come back. So again with my white pastel, just on those highlighted little bits, just going to add that white. There we go. Just turning it round. See, I don't want to lean on it. I just want to do little bits. I'm going around the edge. There we go. Okay. Now I do apologise if you can't see the white highlight as much as I can, but it's definitely there. It's because I'm using that sort of silver grey tile, it's just giving it that little bit of more of a highlight there. Oh, do you know, we've just mentioned actually cake with a cup of tea. My wonderful husband's come back from the post office with cake. And it's not cream cake, so I can have one.
I wouldn't dare.
He said he wouldn't dare. Okay, so at this point you can carry on adding colours, but I'm going to leave it with those colours and I'm going to come back to my regular pencil to add the extra bits. But as I say, if you want to go in and add more colour, that's fine, but I'm going to leave it at that and start backing in with the shade with the pencil. Okay, so here we go. Now I've enlarged it a little bit again so you can see it. And it's going to be, I'm going to bring it up into the centre there, you see? And I'm just going to add a little bit around each of those little loops. You see? And then if I do the same here, there, and there, okay? Now I'm going to go around and I'm going to do that on all of those sort of leaf shapes, I would say, and then I can soften with the torch on in a moment. So just on those edges, I'm not going all the way around it. I won't get much on that. Okay, so on this one, around there. And that one goes that way. So if they're a little bit small, don't worry about it if they, merge into each other. It's absolutely fine. And then same again. Into these bits. Okay, so then we've got to also look at these shapes. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to just add a little bit either side. Alright, on both sides. Look, there we go. You might see this one a little bit clearer, so it's a little bit bigger. See, I've even gone over the black and that way. Another one there, look, both sides. And there, both sides. Both sides. Okay, just working my way around, I think. No, there's a couple there I've not got. And there. Okay, so then we've also got our little bubbles, or our, whatever we want to call them here. I'm just going to add that little familiar sort of, see, it looks like a smile, doesn't it? Or on the side a little bit of a smirk. So let's go and add those in. Okay. And there. Oh, here we go. Here's our little Benji again. Shall I see if I can get him on camera? Give me a second. Here we go. Where is he? Benji! Where is he? Where is he? There we go. Easy, look, there we go. Hang on. Oh, no, he's gone. He's gone. There he is. Doesn't want to play. Do you? Don't want to play? No. He's not bothered. There we are. Okay. So, let's have a look where we were. Alright, so a couple more of those little bubbles. There we are. That one. And that one. Now, just a little bit on one side of my zingers. Doesn't matter which side, you can work them from one to the other. It's absolutely fine. Do see one on there. And there. Okay. So let's go in now and tortillon. So we're going to go, it's very, very delicate swirls just around to soften that edge up. And then a little bit that side and a little bit that side. And follow it round. Let's go soften that edge of that little zinger. Same here. The same with these. So I'm not trying to sort of push the pencil all the way around. I'm just softening the edge so you don't get that harsh line. Okay. Same with this. So we're back to swirls in that bubble. All around. Back to swirls. And then a little bit on those edges. I'm just going to put that one in there. So it's just now systematically just working your way around that tile and just softening the edges wherever you come to one that needs it. So here we go. So just follow that curve around there, a little bit on those edges. Just touching them. So there's not much more you can do them. They're quite small, so you know, don't try and get in if you can't. You know, it's just a case of just rub the tortillon over it and it'll soften anything it can there. Okay. All right. So there we go with those. Bringing it round. So it's when you get to these larger ones, you can come in and do a little bit more, and then of course your eyes believe that you've done it with the rest, even if you can't get in to see what you've done with them. Okay. All right, almost done. So we just need a white pencil now. So I'm going to come back in with my pastel pencil. Actually, I've got another chalky one. It's a little bit sharper. Same sort of thing, but what we want is, if we can, is just come on in and use a sharper edge just to put a line up the centre. All right, and the same here. Okay, so all of these little shapes with these stripes, we're just going to add that line and into there. Okay, even if you think it's a little bit small, I don't know if I can get in there, still worth giving it a go. But say you do need a bit of a sharper white pencil for this. Or you can use a white gel pen if you want to. Alright, okay, let's have a look at that. Alright, so I think almost, there we go. So what I am going to do, on our little sort of bubbles there, I'm just going to, you know, accentuate that little bit of a highlight we've had in there. Again, because I'm using that silver grey tile, it'll stand out a little bit more. But you know, if you've done it on a regular cream tile, still go in and add the pencil if you've got it, because it will sort of show up a little bit. It will just sort of clean up that highlight. Okay, so as far as, I think what I will do, I'm going to come back in with that magenta pastel, and I'm just going to add just a touch. Let's go a little bit bigger so you can see it. Just a touch of colour on one side, look, just on a few of them. See? I'm just going to pick a couple of larger ones, just a couple there. Again, with that, oh, where have I gone? Oh, do apologise, what have I done there? There we go. Don't know what happened there. Yeah. Just going to touch in that bit of pastel. So I'm not doing all of them, just a few. I know, Maureen, it disappeared for a minute then. And then suddenly all those bubbles were coloured in. No, I've not coloured all, I've just done a couple. Just sort of randomly about, left it like that. So of course, if I wanted to now, again, I could still come back in and add some colour if I wanted to. But I think, do you know what, sometimes it's just nice to have a little bit and leave it as it is. So I'm going to actually leave it like that. Hey Shirley, you're going to do green. That'd be nice. Like an emeraldy green would be lovely. Okay, so I think the only thing left for this one then is just to signature. Now you can have it whichever way you like. You know, it's entirely up to you. Really doesn't matter. That's the whole beauty of this one. So I'm going to put my name here. There we go. There's my initials, my SR. There we are. And that one I'm going to say is finished. So that is tile number 92. Goodness me. So okay, quick set of dates, and I will post these. So tile 93. Goodness me, 93. I'm going to do on Monday. So I'm going to stick to the times as normal. I'm going to stick to 2 o'clock. So I'm going to do 93 on Monday at 2 o'clock. Tile 94, I'm going to do on Tuesday at 2 o'clock. So tile 95, I will do on Wednesday at 2 o'clock, and that'll be the 23rd. So then we're going to leave it until the 27th, which is the Sunday, and then I'm going to do tile 96. 97 will be the Monday, the 28th. Tile 98 will be Tuesday, the 29th. Tile 99 we're going to do on my birthday, which is, thank you very much for the birthday cards I've received, by the way. I really appreciate it. It's lovely. Thank you. Especially if you've written don't open till the 30th. That's lovely. So yeah, tile 99 will be on the 30th, which is the Wednesday, which takes us to tile 100, woo, which is going to be on the 31st, which is the Thursday. I said I will post these out to you. I mean, it might be that we don't get to do an hour. It might be just that we do a tile within half an hour, because I'm aware that people are busy and all the rest. But if you can join me, great. If not, that's fine. Pick it up later. They're not going to go anywhere. But it's just, I just thought it'd be nice for us to get there and have that sort of tile 100 for the end of the year. And then I've got something a little bit new planned for next year for us. So don't think I'm going to leave you at 100 and that's it. We're just going to go there. So before we finish, yes, Denise, they're all going to be at 2 o'clock. I'm going to keep to the same time, just so we all know where we are, I think. So this is the one we've done today. I just want to show you the one that I did that was the plan. And you can see, look, I've done it on my little dangle board. And this is sort of the octagon shape. So, you know, if you want to just do it in the black and white, that's absolutely fine. If you want to do it in a different shape. But you can see, depending on what you want to do with it, where you want to go, it's entirely up to you. So have fun with this one. So have a lovely weekend. And yeah, a little bit a change to the programme. All being well, I will see you here, if you can, back on Monday at 2 o'clock for tile 93. So in the meantime, I'm going to go and finish my cup of tea, have a piece of cake, and then I'm going to get back on to making and packing. And I will speak to you all Monday. So have a lovely weekend, everybody, and I'll speak to you Monday. All right, you take care. Bye.